I am a guy who switched careers. I had no technical experience before that. I went from a non-technical to a technical career. And I want my thing too on the side is to inspire those who left the non-technical company, who's considering something in a technical realm, and see the idea that being a sales engineer is possible as I've seen it. I never knew what an SE was until I was presented with an opportunity. A company reached out to me and said, hey, we'd like to know if you want to try this out. And I did it, and I loved the functionality of what an SE is doing. I feel in due time I can crystallize and grow into this. And so when I ask these questions, it's asking for myself as well as asking for the people.
Yeah.
And so I know that there's these people out there, they're getting out of software engineering boot camps. Maybe they're straight out of, this is their first career, or maybe this is their second industry or career. But the question is, they never heard about SE. They're just, all they knew was like developer. Either I could be a developer or I could work in something totally non-technical. And like, the question I want to know is like, how does one make their way into being an SE if they've never had prior technical experience?
How does one make their way into being an SE? So I've talked to several people on the show. One was a musician. Another one was like a hotel manager. One was a English literature major. So for the musician, he did a lot of certification for a specific company called Salesforce. Like, he found a job, he worked for a company, and they started using Salesforce. He did all the certifications there are for Salesforce. So in order to get the job with Salesforce, it is very difficult to get a technical job, if you're not technical. But right now, with the world we live in today, you can go out there and learn almost everything. You have certifications. There's Pluralsight. You mentioned you're on that, right? There's O'Reilly Learning. There's Udemy. Mm-hmm. I just purchased a boot camp, web development boot camp on Udemy just for fun, right? They had it for like $13 Canadian, which is like $2 US. So
nice.
There's a lot of avenues for someone to become technical, and the best way to get a job, whatever the job, is connections, right? And if you're not getting a job, if someone's in your state and you're not getting a job, start making projects. You're applying to jobs at the same time. You can do projects on the side to get better at doing web development, to learn this other thing, and then you can put that in your resume. Like, you worked on whatever WordPress site that you had in the past, and you can start building connections. But the biggest thing is to go out there and make connections.